So we're at a remote cemetery for an action that occurred where a Boer called Tobias Smuts attacked. Once again he attacked for supplies, I think, and it was on the 13th of the 10th. I'd have to check, I think it's 1900. Yeah, we'll look when we get down there, but there were about 8 British killed. There was some sort of hospital here, so that's why they brought them here, either to be buried or to be treated, and then they died of their wounds. You can see they've had a bit of a fire here. Cemetery survived. Alan doesn't know who maintains the cemetery, but there's a servant buried here with a family. He suspects maybe the family that have the servant maintain it, or had the servant. I think the servant's name was Jackson. Big pine trees around the cemetery. Some have been burnt. Lucky the trees fell the other way, Alan. Lucky those trees fell that way. So this is Del Minuta.
Yeah.
Minuta.
I certainly believe that those were pushed over. So you probably find that they were half burnt and somebody's been there and pushed them over just so they didn't fall aside.
So these were lancers that were protecting a convoy attacked by Smuts?
Yes. Tobias Smuts, you remember, he was the guy at Diamond Hill who vacated the left flank.
Oh, that's right.
And let Delil with the Australians close to Diamond Hill.
Yeah. They were killed in action 13th of October 1900. Attacked at Chaluk. This might be a good time to put in that footage I got of the ox wagon that Piet had, because I don't know what to do with that footage.
Yes.
It'll show the people what a wagon actually looks like, and these lancers were and the hussars were protecting that wagon.
Old lantern, that's only the box. The people say to me, restore this wagon. I say no. I leave it as is. I mean, I'm 75 years old, you can't restore me anymore. I leave it as is.
I think so.
This tells a story.
Yes.
This tells a story.
This would be transport pulled by the oxen.
Pulled by oxen, yes. So we leave it as is. I'm not interested in having it renovated, whatever, because this speaks to me.
So when we were in the Magaliesberg on the weekend, we heard of the story of the Boers ambushed a supply wagon, supply convoy.
Yeah.
Is this what they would have?
That's what they had.
The British had their supplies on here?
That's it.
With what, 12 oxen?
16 oxen. There was at Buffelspoort, there was George de Larey took 120 wagons there.
And he burnt some?
Yeah, he burnt some of them.
Now this is the actual transport wagon, folks. This fills out the Buffelspoort. Now you can see how long, I think they call this the span, but you're going to get 16 oxen in here grunting and snorting and complaining, but they're very slow. And to turn this around be a big manoeuvre. Goodness me.
I will see you Buffelspoort, yeah.
Buffelspoort. Here's Lieutenant Wylam of the Hussars. Chaluk. According to Alan's records here, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 British servicemen in this little cemetery, and a servant somewhere. There it is, Jackson. We'll go to Jackson last. Oh, what's this? 2nd Battalion, Princess Charlotte of Wales's Royal Berkshires. This is a different date. But there was a hospital or a treatment centre here, you said.
Yeah.
Horse artillery. That's that date, October 1900. Here we are, some more men killed at Khaluk. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. And this fellow's from the Hussars. He was probably injured in the same encounter and died 3 days later. There's the old station building up there. This is one of the train stations that was attacked the night Belfast was attacked. We started our 2-day tour. That was the first stop we had at Belfast. And here's old Jackson, faithful unto the end. There we are. Nice. A memory of Jackson, who was for upwards of 16 years a faithful servant of G.E. and J.A. Kershaw. And he died at Delmatu. We don't know what Jackson's last name was. In fact, his name wouldn't have been Jackson. It's just Europeans couldn't pronounce their actual names, so we gave them names like Tuppence or Patience. They were more European friendly.
So this railway line after John Medusa, you get Mashadable, Watervalboven, Watervalwona, and then you're on your way to Nelspruit, then you're on your way to Kamataport.
We crossed the border. We followed that rail line all the way, haven't we? Once again, this is a hard cemetery to find. We haven't seen many of, have we? This is the another battle, but it'll be the last, I think, for this 2-day tour. That's a big, impressive to mine. It looks like a 1950 spaceship. I'm going to struggle with the wind. That building with the green roof, I don't know if you can see it. That was here at the time of the battle. And the British used it. That's a good quotation.
This is all in English. How's that?
History would tell of a British victory without glory, and of a Boer defeat without shame. The last conventional set battle of any strength, where army faced army. The only battle where General Buller's army and Roberts' army fought together, and the only battle where all 4 of the Boer Long Toms were used. The courage and devotion of the 74 ZARPS, they're the artillery, or the police, held the position against overwhelming odds of over 1,500 British infantry after 3-hour bombardment from all of Buller's and Roberts' artillery. The 3-hour bombardment of over 40 guns, big guns, one of the most concentrated heavy bombardments on such a small area that the world had seen. And there's all the regiments in Skillings, the Leicestershires, the Manchesters, The battle lasted a week. Just going to...
Battle lasted a day. Build up to it.
Oh, I see. I'm just going to just see where these rocks are. This is where the ZARPS hid behind these rocks when this horrendous, ferocious artillery bombardment was taking place, and they managed to mostly survive, apparently. Coming up to this monument, which is not a monument to the battle, apparently. Well,
let's go to the centre and just have a look at the battle, and then I'll tell you about this monument.
okay. I think it's probably got religious connotations. Almost like a auditorium.
Okay, let's stand up. Okay, this is where the ZARPS are.
To the right near those rocks I just showed you.
Yeah. That's where the Rifle Brigade are. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so the Rifle Brigade. Followed by the Devonshires, followed by the Gordon Islanders, with the Royal Inniskilling Fusiliers in support. Okay, the artillery is over here. So the artillery behind those things there, probably about 4 kilometers back. And we'll have a look. This is marshy land here, which is down here. And that's what Buller said. That right flank movement.
No way.
That's right. If you have a look here, there's artillery here as well. That's behind Buller. So Buller was marching up this, and then he had the frontal attack.
Yeah.
This is where the Boers are. Bethlehem Commando, Heidelberg Commando, Germiston Commando, Krugersdorp Commando, and the ZARPS over here.
Where's Roberts?
No, Roberts is back here. No, Roberts is here in Belfast. So we'll be going to the turn off to Belfast for the night attack. So he's not even here.
Right.
If we have a look here at the casualties,
which we haven't seen many of, have we? This is the another battle, but it'll be the last, I think, for this 2-day tour. That's a big, impressive to mine. It looks like a 1950 spaceship. I'm going to struggle with the wind. That building with the green roof, I don't know if you can see it. That was here at the time of the battle, and the British used it. That's a good quotation.
this is all in English. How's that?
History will tell of a British victory without glory, and of a Boer defeat without shame. The last conventional set battle of any strength, where army faced army. The only battle where General Buller's army and Roberts' army fought together, and the only battle where all 4 of the Boer Long Toms were used. The courage and devotion of the 74 ZARPS, they're the artillery, or the police, held the position against overwhelming odds of over 1,500 British infantry after 3-hour bombardment from all of Buller's and Roberts' artillery. The 3-hour bombardment of over 40 guns, big guns, one of the most concentrated heavy bombardments on such a small area that the world had seen. And there's all the regiments in Skillings, the Leicestershires, the Manchesters. The battle lasted a week. Just gonna oh, I see. I'm just gonna just see where these rocks are. This is where the ZARPS hid behind these rocks when this horrendous, ferocious artillery bombardment was taking place, and they managed to mostly survive, apparently. Coming up to this monument, which is not a monument to the battle, apparently. Well,
let's go to the centre and just have a look at the battle, and then I'll tell you about this monument.
Okay. I think it's probably got religious connotations. Almost like a auditorium.
Okay, let's stand up. Okay, this is where the ZARPS are.
Just to the right near those rocks I just showed you.
Yeah. That's where the Rifle Brigade are. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so the Rifle Brigade. Followed by the Devonshires, followed by the Gordon Islanders, with the Royal Inniskilling Fusiliers in support.
Yeah.
Okay, the artillery is over here. So the artillery behind those things there, probably about 4 kilometers back. And we'll have a look. This is marshy land here, just down here. And that's what Buller said, that right flank movement.
No, he said no way.
That's right. If you have a look here, there's artillery here as well. That's behind Buller. So Buller was marching up this, and then he had the frontal attack.
Yeah.
This is where the Boers are. Bethlehem Commando, Heidelberg Commando, Germiston Commando, Krugersdorp Commando, and the ZARPS over here.
Where's Roberts?
No, Roberts is back here. No, Roberts is here in Belfast. So we'll be going to the turn off to Belfast and the night attack. So he's not even here.
Right.
If we have a look here at the casualties,
Would the ZARPS have had rifles?
yes, and a Maxim.
Oh wow, that should have been some casualties.
Here's the Bergendal casualties. Now if you have a look here, the first Devonshires, who were here, 1 casualty. King's Royal Rifle, 1 casualty. Liverpool's 1 casualty. Manchester's, Royal Inniskilling Fusiliers who were here. Okay, and the rest are all the Rifle Brigade. Rifle Brigade, Rifle Brigade, Rifle Brigade.
Sorry about the wind, it's always
Rifle
windy here.
Brigade.
There's a lot of rifle brigades there.
So my interpretation of this battle is that these guys had all started with their retreat. Because it was only the ZARPS here who were inflicting casualties.
Yeah. You should have been able to take out a lot more than that.
The ZARPS.
Oh, the Boers, they should have been really, they could have hammered them.
No, these guys had have not run away.
Yeah.
My interpretation. There were 74 ZARPS there, taking on the whole of the British Army.
7th Brigade. Yeah.
So it's really just absolutely crazy.
Did they run away because of the bombardment?
Well, my interpretation, yes.
Right.
You know, if you're subject to a bombardment where you've got a shell falling every 19 seconds for 2 hours,
Yeah.
falling all over the place. I mean, you've got naval guns there who's shooting 8 miles.
Yeah.
You've got 12-pounders bombarding this hill. You've got, I mean, it's just chaotic.
Yeah.
Just grab this one. So this here is the position of the Long Toms. Okay, we saw this Long Tom when we went to Dahlstrom.
Yeah.
We saw this Long Tom over here when we were now coming from Bescharadorp. Remember?
That's right, yeah.
Then there were 2 other Long Toms here who were positioned and they moved around. So here's Long Tom C. So Long Tom D was, if you're going to have to come and stand here, and just over the corner of those trees there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's where that Long Tom D was. Long Tom C moved to over here. If you go over this green shrub here, go to your left.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just on the horizon there. That's where Long Tom C was moved to. Out
Yeah.
at the time of the battle.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a look at the build-up, so this is Roberts' movements. Geluk, Geluk Heights, Vaikraal, and there is Van Wyksvlei. There's Van Wyksvlei. They moved from Van Wyksvlei. If you have a look at those casualties, and that's why all these people say that this battle took 5 days. It didn't, this battle was 1 day. The Battle of Bergendal was 1 day. Van Wyksvlei, so here's Van Wyksvlei, 21st, 22nd of August, so it's the build-up when he was down here.
Yeah.
The casualties are 10 killed, 1 died of wounds, 1 missing. Right? You can see it's a spread of regiments. Then you have a look at Geluk. Here's Geluk. That's where Buller got major casualties. Okay, 1st Leicester's, 1st Liverpool, 2 Victoria Crosses were won at Geluk. There you go. 1st Liverpool, 1st Liverpool, 1st Royal Enniskilling Fusiliers. All the guys who were involved in this battle, when you saw that, except the Rifle Brigade, so all these guys had their turn at being at the front of the attack. Right, this is all Van Wyksvlei. Van Wyksvlei. Van Wyksvlei. Geluk. There we go. There we go.
Wow.
All right. No, sorry. Just let's go back to Van Wyksvlei. This is now getting here. So this is Van Wyksvlei here. Okay, so here you've got killed in action 26, died of wounds 14, missing or prisoner of war 23, and wounded 105. Right. This here was Buller's march from when he started on the 2nd of August. And we've analysed this whole thing. So, no, but this is before Van Wyksvlei and whatever. Okay, so you've got to analyse this either in its totality or as a one-day battle. Okay, now this monument. This monument is to the Boers.
Alright.
If you have a look at each one of the corners, you'll find Boers, ZARPS, Boers, all commemorated. Just behind there, you see the tip of the cane.
Yeah.
That's to the Rifle Brigade.
Alright.
So that's the only, other than the graves which are around the corner,
Yeah.
which are all commemorated on that. So if you're walking around to that cemetery, all you're doing is seeing the same names, but just with a cross.
Right. I'll just walk over to there.
Yeah, well, you want to do each of the corners and have a look at different actions.
What did they do here? It looks like they got seating and this is the centre. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, OT Boom or something. Okay. Just want to show you. We'll go and look at the Boer corners, I suppose. I want to show you this field. You know, various battlefields have important fields. This is one of the most heroic. This field in front of us, the tractor's ploughing to the right, but that field is where the Rifle Brigade, I should say, came to attack the ZARPS. The ZARPS are on my left, although you can see some rocks down there. The ZARPS were hiding behind the rocks after the artillery, about 76 of them. They stood up and resumed firing once the artillery bombardment ended, and the Rifle Brigades, it was a frontal assault. Anyway, let's have a quick look at this. I'm not going to dwell too long, it's all in Afrikaans. These are the names of Boers killed at this battle. I think so. Or in the district, I'm not sure. I'm getting a bit tired, to be honest. I'm struggling to concentrate. But yeah, this is Afrikaner, sort of holy ground. You can see here the rocks where the ZARPS hid behind, and they opened fire on the Rifle Brigade as they approached. Okay. Each of the corners has lots of Boer names, Afrikaner names. You get the idea. This is holy ground. ZARPS, once again, they're like military police or artillery. They're actually properly trained. They were the only properly trained soldiers in the Boer army. And the Boers, once again, were farmers. The ZARPS had some training by German military instructors. What's his name? Alan said they had a Maxim gun to concentrate fire on the advancing Rifle Brigades. Remembering all around that hook, that was where the 7th Brigade was coming. The Inniskillings and all those British brigades were coming beyond that line of trees. Here it is, the Rifle Brigade Memorial. This is a replica of the original memorial, which was demolished in 1970 when we for the Bergendal Memorial. The memorial was funded by the British War Graves Committee. The 2nd Battalion Rifle Brigade, killed in action or died from wounds received in action at Bergendal, August the 27th, 1900. Those are the names. I'm counting about 25 names. So once again, you're not talking, you know, like hundreds of names like you know, a full-on frontal assault, like at D-Day or something. But, you know, it's significant, the amount of men. This is the ridge that they hid behind. We heard on that map that most of the other Boers ran off. If they hadn't run off, they could have inflicted much heavier casualties on the Rifle Brigade. But, you know, the Boers were never one to really make a stand to the last men. They were always looking over their shoulders saying, it's getting a bit hot here, let's get out of here. I don't know if I'll walk round to the cemetery or not, maybe. I don't think I'll ever be here again, so maybe I should. Maybe I'm too buggered. Let's look at B.J. Forster. I know who that is. He's the Prime Minister. Forster was the brute who was the Prime Minister when I lived here. He came and opened it. All those names. We'll ask Alan when we get in the car. Alan, these men were killed here or in all the encounters? I don't understand.
Okay, so this is a Battle of Chrissysmere, near Ermelo, and all of these guys. This guy, yeah, same thing. Yeah, Hendrina Kerkhoff, near Hendrina, and those guys. So
they're towns, Middelburg.
Yes, that's right, yes.
They're engagements.
Yes.
Okay. Right, makes sense.
So when you see a thing like this, Rietfontein 446, there's probably 20 Rietfonteins. So you'd be able to identify it by, if you had a look at the map, it'll be Farm 446.
Sure.
So these are unidentified graves, and there are those people there.
Right. Okay.